Hey everybody, this is attorney Shawn Half of the Criminal Defense Law Center of West Michigan. The question I'm going to be talking about and answering today is, why are criminal defense lawyers important? Well, first of all, everyone is guaranteed to have good, competent legal representation in this country. You have a right to a lawyer. That always applies when you're facing a felony charge in Michigan. There's some cases where if you're facing a misdemeanor case and the judge knows they're not going to give you any jail time, you may not get an attorney appointed if you can't afford one. But if it's a felony in Michigan, you're always going to have at least an appointment for an attorney, unless the court says you make enough money to hire one. Even then, sometimes, eventually, a person still can't hire one, and the court has to appoint an attorney. But criminal defense lawyers are important because they defend people against false charges. They work out negotiations with the prosecutor to get, people some breaks that deserve a break. It's called a plea deal. They help protect the Constitution. They're there to make sure that the state is actually playing by the rules, that they're following the Constitution. I had a story from my old criminal defense professor in law school who talked about how he found that the prosecutor had made a mistake, and this guy was in jail on no bond, and he was able to get the guy out with a bond that weekend. And unfortunately, the guy went out and he ended up killing somebody that weekend. And the prosecutor came up and was like, "How can you live with yourself? Why did you do this?" And my professor simply answered him and said, "If you would have done your job, he never would have been out." And that's always stuck with me all these years later. Part of my job is to make sure that the prosecution is actually doing their job. If my client is innocent, then by all means I'm going to fight as best I can to try to get them found completely innocent of the charges. But a lot of times I represent people, they're guilty of something, they made a mistake, they're not bad people. Maybe they had a little bit too much to drink, or maybe they have a drug problem. But, these aren't evil human beings I'm representing. Everybody's got flaws. Some of these people have issues, obviously, and I try to help them work through it. But I'm also there to make sure the people are proving their case, that they're doing what they need to do. And if the prosecution's doing their job, then we reach a conclusion that's fair to all parties. So those are reasons why a defense attorney is very important. We're protecting rights, we're protecting the Constitution, we're another pair of eyes to make sure that the people, the police, the prosecutors, the judges are doing and following the law and what needs to be done. This is attorney Shawn Half. If you have any questions regarding this video, feel free to post below. I'll respond to the comments. You can also call me directly at 616-438-6719.